One day I was playing 1-2 and my buddy started talking about poker content back in 2015. Like, bro, this is a waste of time. What are you doing? You're going to make videos? You're going to start a YouTube channel? I was like, you're wasting your time.
'88 Ride. We are here to help out the poker players of the World Series of Poker. Kmart needing the rides to the World Series of Poker. A little bit of unconventional, but why not, right?
Let's go to the World Series.
Let's do it. We're doing it. How'd you get into poker? I mean, Grandma, what was the story?
I was a radio announcer. 2014, I was a radio announcer, pulling the late shift, 21-year-old kid. I hated it, dude. I hated having a boss. I hated the platform. I quickly was looking for something else. I went to the casino, played a little 1-2. Bro, it hooked me instantly.
But what was the impetus to go to the casino and play 1-2? I mean, did you even know what poker was?
Yeah, I'd always I'd read a blackjack book. I was interested in gambling. Gambling fascinated me. The idea of risking money for the chance to win more money. I learned that you could be that player with the edge. If you played good poker, you could actually expect a winning return. It just completely enamored my brain and I got obsessed with it. And still am obsessed.
Yeah, clearly. Talk about Calgary poker.
Dude, that's where I started, man. Way back in 2014, I moved to Calgary. I had $8,000 net worth. And I'm like, I'm going to chase the dream. So, and we grinded it out, and it was a great spot, low rake, and it was the perfect. I played 1-2 for 2 years, full time. Just I would go to the casino every day and grind it out, and that was the origin. 1-2 no limit. But games were deep, and people were buying in, and rake was really good, and dude, I crushed it, bro. I won 14 months straight. I never had a losing month. Just
what was your hourly in a 1-2 game?
Not that high, $25 an hour.
That's still amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah, I was a 21-year-old kid making $25 an hour playing cards. I'm I'm living the dream. One day I was playing 1-2 and my buddy started talking about poker content. He started talking about poker content back in 2015. Like, bro, this is a waste of time, man. This is a waste of time. What are you doing? You're going to make videos? You're going to start a YouTube channel? I was like, you're wasting your time. And then very quickly, I watched him start an empire. I'm like, oh, I should maybe start some poker content. So,
who is this?
Jamie Staples.
Oh, wow, of course.
Jamie Staples was my good buddy. He started streaming. He blew up his Twitch stream, and then he blazed the path for me. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. And so I just followed in his footsteps and got into making making videos.
The Jason Somerville, Staples,
100%.
Kmart.
Yeah, those OG days, dude. We were some of the first people to ever live stream poker content. It was crazy.
So you've been doing this for 8-9 years. How do you keep the flame going?
I keep the flame because the mission isn't accomplished yet, man.
What's the mission?
The mission is just to create, I have a true blue-collar, spin-up, create-your-life poker story, you know what I mean? I was a kid who came from a poorer family, and I dreamed of finding something. I found poker. I had, $5,000. I said, this is fucking it, man, and I believed in myself, and, I've been every day waking up chasing the dream for 9 years, and the dream is just to get a couple million, but also inspire, work with people, and just build some serious wealth for my family, and create that life for my kids, and give them opportunity and stuff. And because I've made videos this entire time, they've seen me start at the smallest stakes, work myself up, of I have this unbelievable community that just sweats me so hard, and they're like, man, we've seen this kid spin it up, go, go, go. And so I have that awesome community, and I'm living the dream, It's so sick.
When you're creating content and playing poker, do you think the creating content part of it takes away from your
100%.
ability to play? Are you better when you're not streaming?
100%. Of course,
yeah.
Bro, I'm making an internet show while I'm filming movies while I'm playing poker. My brain is not focused on the game 100%. The poker gets half my brain. It's a huge disadvantage. I was talking to Dean Eggs about this. Dean Eggs goes and films these vlogs. He's like, oh, it doesn't bother me. 100% his results. I mean, he's obviously an all-time crusher, but imagine if you got Daniel focused on poker 100%. People always discuss this. Making content, it takes your energy. Of course it does. Yeah.
So you and your wife now, you've been dating for 8 years, married for a couple.
Yeah.
You guys met on a reality show.
We met on Big Brother Canada.
That's insane.
Dude, the whole story's so crazy. We got on our first season. We're both on there. We literally fell in love. We just I hung out with her. She was there was such a spark. and it just cost me the game. I lost focus on the show.
That was Big Brother 3?
Yeah, and they voted me out, and I got bounced. They invited me back.
Did you care?
Yes, I was hurt. Yeah, I wanted to win, obviously.
You lost the game, but
I got
you won
the girl.
life.
I got the girl. But here's the kicker of the story. They invite me back 2 years later for another go in All-Stars. I go in solo. I'm a little more focused. I shipped the whole thing. I went back and won it.
You crushed that one,
Yeah.
too.
So, like, one season I met my wife, and then one season I won the game. That's the scoop. But going through that, like, it just unlocked this, like, I learned who I was. I went through that, and I was a hero on the show. I was a villain. I was liked. I was disliked. And then you're so vulnerable, and you come out of that as a young 20-year-old, and you go through that, and you heal, and you move on with life. It's like, that's why I have this, like, self-confidence. It's like I've done these insane things that have just honed me and refined me, and, like, bro, Big Brother's crazy, man. It's so insane. What a show.
When you think about your life and what you're doing from a professional standpoint, do you think of yourself as an entertainer first, or do you think of yourself as a poker player first?
It's a mix. It started as an entertainer, but I've really, really gone after poker. Like, bro, I study so much. I have the most amazing coaches. Like, I'm not the top players in the world. Like, you know, the top skill guys like a Jason Kuhn, man, to get to that level is insane. But I'm gonna. Is
that your goal? Is that what you want?
I'm a dog, bro. I feel good in the No Limit Hold'em streets, man. Like, I punt a ton or whatever, but I put a lot of time into this game, and, like, I feel very good about where I've gotten. And when I started, bro, I was such a fish. Like, everybody told me to quit. I made my content. I was the worst player ever. 100% I was the worst player. And that, like, inspired me. I was like,
what were your leaks back then?
oh, everything.
Everything? Just
where do you want me to start?
I mean, were you good at anything?
No.
You must have been.
The only thing I was good at was determination and resilience. And just sticking with it and figuring it out. And that's the only thing, like...
Stick with itness is important.
It's the most important, for sure. Yeah.
So now, years later, what are you good at?
What am I good at? I feel like I've really come in, and I am good at going and chasing poker adventures and capturing the story and content and telling that story. That's what I'm good at. Yeah.
What's your goal? You said before, you're like, I haven't reached that. I want it. What is that? I mean, what is it?
Yeah, no.
I mean, do you want to play $100,000 high rollers at Triton? What do you want?
I do want to compete with those guys eventually. I want to compete at that highest level eventually. I'm not there yet, but I definitely want to get there.
You want to slap Jason Kuhn across the face and take the mantle from him?
I wouldn't slap Jason Kuhn, the man. Speaking of an animal, he's my personal favorite in the poker world. Some guy that I look up to and respect his story. He's number one for me. He's been, like, so helpful to me and, like, kind of, like, mentored me a little bit and given me the most amazing advice. Awesome. A clip of mine got on the internet and got a lot of attention because I messed up a concept. I fucked up a poker play. And Jason saw the clip. He cold reached out to me, found me online.
You didn't know him?
Never had interacted with him before. Wow. He cold reached out to me, sent me a message. He's like, just so you know, you were thinking about this spot wrong because of this. And since then, we kind of created a friendship. And like, anytime I need advice, I hit him up, and he just, like, has been so helpful. Yeah, my stone favorite for sure.
That's amazing. I've heard people say, poker's dead, or, you know, I feel like not only is poker not dead, but it's thriving. What do you think?
I think it's thriving. I've called it for a couple of years that another mini boom. I don't think we'll ever get the 2006 boom, but look at all the data, the numbers from the World Series, breaking records. If you go on YouTube, if you go on all these platforms, poker is being viewed and searched more than ever before. Like, people are really interested in it. So, dude, I think poker's booming. At least that's what I'm throwing into the universe. Because if it does, I'm in a good spot. We're all in a very good spot. Bro, what is going on with this traffic, man?
I know, it's F1. Are you an F1 fan, by the way?
No, who watches F1?
Europeans love F1.
They're repaving this street, man. This traffic is unbelievable.
You can't get anywhere.
We're not going to make it to the tournament, man. We're going to be stuck.
Wait, you know what? I got an idea.